Have you ever looked at a grow system, hydroponic or otherwise, and wondered how it would fit in your grow or how it can be adjusted or configured to fit your needs? No worries, we have you covered here at Alien Hydroponics. We love choices. So much so that we've created over 1,200 different kit configurations spanning over 5 hydroponic systems. We knew this many options calls for a good way to navigate all the choices. Enter the real-time hydroponic configurator, or just the configurator as we call it. This can be found in our menu or by going directly to alienhydro.com/config. Let's look at a use case where you've already made the choice of system you want and how many plants or pots you want. So in this case, we will assume an arrow 2-row 4-pot system is what you're wanting to configure. First, we start by selecting the arrow system from the list of systems. Then we make sure the rows and pots per row are correct. We already have our system and general dimensions showing up in the configurator. Just make sure to click outside of any entry boxes, and any changes will take effect immediately. On the same Kit tab, we can also adjust the pot size and where and how we want to set up the header pot and pipe manifold. We will leave the pot size to the smaller pots. Change the header pot selection to be remote since I personally want it to be an easy to access header. And for this reason, I will also extend the pipe manifold as much as possible. I also know I have the room for this in my grow space. Next, we're going to look at the spacing tab. Here we can adjust the spacing between pots and between rows, depending on the kit I'm looking at. As I said before, I like to easily access my header for the system maintenance while there are plants in the system, so I'm going to move the header further out from the system, 1.5 feet or 18 inches. Notice as soon as I click out of the box anywhere else on the page, the diagram updates in real time. I want my plants to be about 1.5 feet across, or 18 inches, and I don't want them touching, so I will set the pot spacing to 20 inches along the rows. And to make it so the spacing is the same across rows, I will set the spacing between rows to 20 inches as well. And note, in most cases, you want that to be about the same, unless you are not planning on growing symmetrical plants. The aisle width is grayed out since it's only available for 3 and 4 row systems. In a 1 or 2 row system, you can access all plants from one side without having to reach through another row of plants. But once you get beyond 2 rows, we recommend an aisle, and you can control the width of that aisle on this tab. That's it for the setup. The other 2 tabs, Display and Room, deal more with how the information is displayed. This is very handy when setting up a new system since you can go to the configurator and get it set up exactly how you want to. Then go to Display tab and click on the Show Pipe Manifold checkbox, which then shows you all the pipe connections and cut lengths so you don't have to manually lay out everything before cutting. Of course, all of this is covered in the instructions supplied with each kit. At any time, you can click the Take Me to this kit button at the bottom of the configurator to take you directly to the product page for the kit. And all of those settings, such as remote header, will be brought with you. There are other options to explore, but we will cover that in another video. Thanks for tuning in and happy gardening.